All right, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, good morning. Hello. I gotta fix all this. Ugh. It bothers me especially when it doesn't have the album artwork. I wish, do you know what I would love? I would love if there were nice now playing overlay things that looked nice, that weren't just use this thing from Spotify. I wish people were using their knowledge and ability to make things that weren't explicitly built on the back of a terrible corporation that wants to steal from you. That would be, you know, that would be cool. That would be cool. Slushy, good morning. Be proud of me. I had breakfast, but I'm sleepy again and want to go back to bed. That's part of it, yeah. That's part of it. Here we go. Let me scroll up. Sailor Kiki, good morning. Hello. D, I don't know if you can still hear me, but thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good morning. I hope work's going okay. Gotta start somewhere. Right, the first part is having breakfast, and then you learn how to push through the tiredness. You gotta learn how to deal with it and push through. I'm gonna Google widget. Widget is the word. Spotify tool. This is 3 months ago. Is this just a weird little iPod? Or are you using this for the thumbnail? It uses StreamerBot or any other similar bot. Does an Uncrustable count as breakfast? Yes. It does. People might not like it. People might not like that. But it does. All of these are built on streaming services. How are y'all using stream services? People is mad? No, listen. Yeah, you ate, good. You did the thing. I just ate 2 ham sandwiches, hell yeah. Honestly, hell yeah. This is the thing. I gotta have a thing to be mad about every day, and this is the thing I'm mad about today. Spotify widget. Just what the fuck is all this? This is the thing I'm mad about today. Sage, hello. Me, I'm starving. I don't want to cook. All right, I bought chipped ham. You know, listen, pre-made proteins. Pre-made proteins are a really good idea. Especially for the times that, you know, explicitly you're tired and don't want to cook. Back when I worked at Target, my breakfast was from Starbucks, ham and cheddar croissant with a honey citrus mint tea. See, the problem with that is you got to buy a whole thing. How do y'all not? Okay. Oh, that's fair. I get it. I get you. It was almost 3 years ago. I'm surprised I remember. Some things stick with you. You know? Some things stick with you. The time, yeah, I try not to think about things like that. I try not to, like when I get talking about the place I used to work, I try not to think about like how long ago that was or anything like that. I'll just make myself sad. I'll just make myself sad. I mentioned to somebody that because you know, I had the podcast yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I've been streaming for 6 years, and then I didn't think about that sentence anymore. I didn't think about that sentence anymore. I just said it. It's actually longer, probably closer to 7 or 8. And I was just like, not gonna think about it. Just gonna let it go. Watch over me. I think I actually need to talk to a therapist about my time there. The place jacked me up and I'm still angry. That's fair. I think it's perfectly understandable to you know, I mean, the thing I always say, Blood Carnation, hello, good afternoon. The thing I always say is, you know, everybody should go to therapy. That's just, you know, that's just a cool idea. And especially when you have such a specific occurrence like that, right? Such a specific terrible time, you know, you sometimes need to talk to somebody about it and talk through and understand and just try to you know, try to get through what's happening. Because yeah, sometimes it's just, you know, sometimes it's just as simple as talking to somebody. Sometimes it's just as simple as talking to somebody and understanding and going like, oh yeah, that's what I got to do. You know, I need to think about it this way. So. Spent 8 years. Yeah, and that's a long time. You know, that's a long time. Blood Carnation, how are you? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. How was Nyx's stream last night? Oh, I'm a little tired this morning, but not too bad. Not too bad. So that makes me happy. It's dark. It's annoying how dark it is. Oh, hey, I have this light still hooked up. I never put this away. I can do one of those. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, wow, that helps a lot, actually, especially with how dark it looks in the stream. So, only time I was playing Jackbox. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That sounds nice. And my breakfast, being in the window, watching the rain, the heater on, just the glow from the screens. I don't like when it's like really dark. Well, and you know, doubly so for stream, obviously. But I don't like when it's really dark, when it's like, when it, you know, it sometimes you're just like, no, this feel, you know. And it's kind of like that where I'm just like, it's just dark and like, ugh, what are we doing? We're very cozy today. We were, Aaron and I were very cozy last night. We were chilling on the couch. I was playing Death Stranding. I don't know what Aaron was doing, actually. She was doing something. I was playing Death Stranding. I wasn't paying attention to what she was doing, which is bad. I should have paid attention to what she was doing. She was just chilling, I think. I think she was just a little worn out from work and was chilling. Excuse me. Yesterday was a long day. Well, I hope you can relax. I hope you can relax. Let's listen. Let's get into Demonschool, because listen, it's not gonna beat itself, you know what I mean? It's not gonna beat itself. So. In a good way? Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Death Stranding has been pretty chill. I'm still waiting for the game to kind of explain what the fuck is happening for some things, mainly for Aaron, because I remember some things. Today's pre-release registration day. Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. Slushy, do you know what you get for your pre-reg? Like, are you getting however many packs? Are you getting any promos? I know it's your first, but do they have like event details? I think pre-release usually award 6. I'll find all that when I go over there. Yeah, I think it's not even on the website. I'll see, it should be on the website. That's me. That's me, like, as an event organizer being like, guys, it should be on the website. You know? Like, Digimon does a special rule set for pre-release, and I appreciate that I can, like, look up what that rule set is, because Bamco puts it on the website. But I always appreciate when stores should be posted online somewhere so folks know what they're right. So folks have an idea of what's happening, because like for me, I want to know what's going on. I want to have an idea of what's happening. It's like, okay, so we're going to have this many packs. This is going to be the format. This is, you know, I know my local store for pre-release stuff is like, you gotta stay to the end to get your pricing, because I guess some people will just take the packs and dip, which is really funny. You know, I guess if you pull that $300 card, sure. Which makes pre-release boxes that come with a box of 6 packs, a little promo card, and a spin down. Oh yeah, I've seen those in the store. We were at a store somewhere and people, there were a couple like Spider-Man pre-release packs. And I was like, you just buy the pre-release box and never set a foot in the store. Hey, this is me. I wouldn't let them do that. No, you gotta come out. You gotta engage. You gotta play. You want the Spider-Man promo? You gotta show up at the, you gotta come out to the store. But that's me, you know. Everyone sleep well? Oh yeah, Destin woke up and I had to stun him. Oh right, we got into this battle that, right. Ugh, this battle. Oh, what a way to start. All right. Which doesn't want anyone to miss out on the cards, I guess. But like I said, I'll find out when I get around to it. If they don't want anybody to miss out on the cards, they should just make them free. They told me this week they don't even know how many they're getting. You better call and get on that list quick. I'm so annoyed that I'm gonna miss this friendship achievement. That's very annoying to get. I can't bring any of my flame people because they're weak. So I need to bring earth people so they resist spirit, which is the attack that the big guy does. All right, I'm just gonna try to build a team that will handle this well, is what I'm gonna do. All right. Just gonna try to get through this battle and Breezy. Breezy, hello. Breezy, how are you today? All right. Not that good, but that's okay. I'm sorry. We have those days. That's fair, but I'm sorry you're having a rough one. Oh, Faye's about to die. That's cool. Deciding whether or not to go dancing tonight. You think you'll have a good time? I don't know if any of my people are going, so I might be solo. Not that I've never done that before. Are you less likely to go if you're by yourself? Oh my God. Okay. Depends on the place. The place I'd go tonight, I don't like going on my own. That's fair. Bartenders there are always trying to hit me up. Gross. I don't even drink. I haven't spoken. I don't know you. I feel like I should have saved Faye special on that one, but mad I didn't get the damage opportunity there. Okay. Do we think we're close to finishing this game, or do we still have no idea? We're closing in on it for sure. We're closing in on it for sure. Okay, we got to get him out of this corner. Okay. Okay. Got that guy. Jesus. Oh. Macam hell or high water, I'm ending this. Yeah, I've basically I've determined that there's basically no way I'm going to get the be friends with everybody achievement. So we're forgoing that in this instance of, you know, do this difficult boss fight. Okay, he just decided not to open so that he can be damaged. That's cool. That's fun. Love that. You know, that's great. Everybody loves that part. Okay. My sister-in-law is organizing the 12K card she got last week. She's about 10% through. How did she settle on organizing everything? I have no idea. It's very funny because I would have been all over like, what are you doing? What's the plan? Looks like she's breaking things down into color and rarity. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I guess with magic, with magic, it, you know, you're looking for specific colors, so that makes sense. It didn't feel right to do it for Digimon. It didn't feel right to do it for Digimon. Do they still do gold cards? Do they still do gold cards? Herb, hello. Finishing games on stream in this economy. You know, it can be done. They're usually 2 color. Yeah, gold cards are usually 2 color. I you know, this was 20 years ago. Who knows if they still do? If they still do it. Your resolve is strong. You may pass, but do not distract Master Hallucigenia from their important work. It is for your sake as well. We'll do our best. Thank you, and sorry about the beds. Won't happen again. I'm sorry, I didn't assume that there would be people in here using beds. You know, that's fair. Fuck me. I sort by the set. I would also sort by the set, but... Ibis, how'd you get in here? Door was open. Here we are, with friends. Lord Ibis, we've done your bidding. What is our reward? Impure blood to farm, as you please. An impure blood? There hasn't been one of those for centuries. We'll be rich off that thing's memories. You're talking about Destin? That thing is our friend. He kills you. Can't stun forever. Give him over. Maybe let you go. We can't abandon our friends. We're gonna fix him. I can fix him! Daddy, I love him! I know it. I hope you're ready for a beating.
I fight for the users.
Chaos Mort, sort alphabetically by the artist's last name. That's not gonna get you. Wow, okay, that's a lot of guys. That's not gonna get you anywhere, but I respect it. I respect it. Silver, hello. Hmm. Shout out to Cena, Hooded Horse Publisher, say their CEO, say and then their CEO also be in the news saying they're so tired of AI slop, they have it in their publishing contracts. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That's slick as hell. That's slick as hell. Those are the people that did Manor Lords and something else that I read that story and was like, oh, hell yeah. Oh, they did Against the Storm too? That wasn't the one that I saw, but that's also cool. Because then I can go, haha, bam. And then I can give Primrose the best. They seem to pick good partners. Looking at their list of published games, every single one is rated very positive or higher. Yeah, they seem to have a really solid track record when I looked at it. Oh, okay, here, you do this, you do that, you do that. Okay. Yeah, it did appear that they were like, wow, y'all do bangers. Y'all kind of just do bangers. Ah! Ah! That's fine. I listen, I love this game's combat being so fast and loose. This is great. This is great. I don't know how I feel about these guys just having like full-on flame powers, but you know, I have Shadow Gambit. That game was good. Okay. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, you know what? Just let's. No. Oh, I only special after I hit him. Oh. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm sure it'll be fine. Silver, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? I felt like hot trash since yesterday morning to get a bunch of nonsense set up for tomorrow's Death Stranding streams. I'm sorry you're feeling so bad. I'm sorry you're feeling so bad, buddy. That really sucks. I'll get through it probably. You know, the solace in knowing one way or another, you'll get through it. Time to face facts. We're coming through. You don't have enough people to stop us. You'll wind up on the farms like the rest. I don't like those guys. Let's go. As Brian and I used to say all the time, from the quote from Friends of the Table, you've beaten your worst days before. This is ridiculous. Stop teleporting around and fight us. Okay. Okay. So Primrose needs... Primrose. Pongji. Fosa. I'm gonna say that Faye with Berserk. Oh, you know what? I can give Pongji the fucking attacker shift. See, that's what I would do if I was smart, is I would give him the I would give him that. While doing testing last night, I did discover for some reason I had video control panel hard locking all games to 120. Late night nonsense leading to fixes. What problems could that have been causing? My bet is I meant to restrict FPS in a specific game and actually did it to all games. Oh, we need to start Primrose here so that she can go yoink. Oh, wait. Let's give Primrose attack up so that she does even more damage. Hell yeah. I think Primrose is dealing like 4 damage with a standard attack. 3. Three's nutty. 3 is nutty. I record VODs at the same FPS as the game is running, so that'd be real bad. I can't remember if something was running 4,000. Oh, I see. I missed that. I missed that message. Something's running at 4,000 FPS. That's ridiculous. That's yeah, that's bad. Guess who's doing a cool thing? Is it you? Is it my cool friend Green Bean? Are you installing Dungeons and Dragons? Are you installing Dragon's Dogma Online? I'm gonna be organizing a Chicagoland remap meetup. Hell yeah, that is cool. You're right. Stun the possessor, because the possessor will be a pain in the butt. That is cool. I brought up I was considering organizing one in a stream, and Patrick told me to message him so we can organize it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. There we go. Hell yeah. Do you know that is there a lot of fans in Chicago? Is it just gonna be like you and Patrick at a Dave and Buster's? Clubic is good people, yeah. Dude, is there some kind of anti-teleportation ward you can cast or something? We need to stick Ibis to the ground somehow. Not that I'm aware of. Well, damn. Faye, look. What? The painting, doesn't it look like your prophecy? You know, it does, but they're in the wrong order. Or do I have them in the wrong order? Wow, I might have had this all wrong. Not at all what I thought. If we look at it this way, it could be Kill! Whoops. I'm glad he's that long enough. I'm not sure it's gonna hold this time. Yeah, we're gonna. Yep. There's an upstairs event space. Comes with the Discord every 4 months. There's a lot of Chicago community members. Oh, hell yeah. Unlocked 5 items for Hank. I didn't even know that was an achievement. Glad I did that. I appreciate that I can still go to the clubhouse exterior to play the arcade machine. I appreciate that the game's like, listen, we know what you want. Destin's breaking out too quickly. I can't keep him. Nah. I'm sorry. He's never been this fast before. We gotta follow him. Whoa. Thank goodness, it looks like he stopped for now. Oh God. I've fallen down a lore rabbit hole in FGO. Apparently the lore behind one of the units is 50% nonsense because Japanese Wikipedia included an idea for an RPG character as a legit version of the myth. And claiming Typhon stole Zeus's thunderbolts and the poisoned fruit it ate was an anti-wish granter. That's... Sometimes there are words that are just... Ooh. Oh, sorry for barging in. I promise we're not here to disturb your work. We just want to stop about talking. We want to talk about stopping the merge. And maybe helping our friend. I'm sure you've met him. The merge should not be, but we are tired. Always fixing, always repairing, just tired. Now barge in and disturbed. I can imagine, but... Oh, come on, we don't have time for you.
Baby.
Nix! Nix, hello. Managed to sort my comics last night? Hell yeah. Breaking Heart did hurt, it's true. But still, we can kill you. Been eating demons, taking their power, rebuilding. You don't look that strong to me. Mini General's eating. Pretty strong now, but first. Oh. Oh. Betrayal. We see. This one belongs on that side. Oh! Ha! This is all that's left of your power, huh? Enough to kill you. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Demon Wall's cousin, Demon Stained Glass. Now, target 14. What are we doing? What are we doing that might take 14 turns? Okay. That seems like an unnecessary a lot. What is this? Oh. Yeah, she's resistant to fire, so she can get in there. Oh, they just disappear. I didn't do the whole thing, so they just disappear. Oh, cool. Okay. So just, oh, you made no progress. Too bad. Eat shit. All right. Seems unnecessary, but okay. I wonder if this is the classic boss fight thing of you're trying to prevent a fail state more than you're trying to create a win state. Hang on. Yeah, I think if I do that, that's a little better outcome. So Silver doing Death Stranding put it in my brain. So Aaron and I started playing Death Stranding the other day. And that game is a video game that you know, it's so early it's hard to have. It certainly is a video game. Primrose died, god damn it. It's so early, it's hard to have too big of an opinion on it. And it's really early in a way that, like, that game is a video game. I was able to accomplish some fun nonsense in prep for streaming it tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you're doing. It's a game that unfolds very slowly, but I really wish there was some sort of opener to, like, have some info. You know, I really feel like I would feel a lot better about where I am in the game if there was even a 10-minute cutscene to just introduce the NPCs that they're talking about, where I'm just like, it would be cool if you told me, you know, up front, like who Deadman was and who you know, and I get some of it. Some of the point of it is, oh, Matt, you're not supposed to know what's going on. It's supposed to be revealed to you. And I get it. But the character knows who these people are, right? The character knows who some of these people are. So when there's a conversation about these people, Nuja, hello. My understanding is that apparently a lot of those backgrounds are revealed in flashbacks like a dozen hour in. Yeah, so I watched Brian play this like a while ago, right? So I'm pretty sure I remember there being a point where someone goes, this is who this guy is. And that's great. I'm glad for that. But also, I kind of wish there was a little bit at the start to tell me, you know, like, it sounds like my experience with Sanderson. Once you get further in the books, you get really into it. I think I think both of them suffer from the same problem, which is being high on their own supply. Oh. That's funny how the game just takes my turn because my character was stunned. That's really funny. Okay, we're gonna have to restart that one. I think I have to play with an actual healer. Oh, hi. I was gonna say this is a safe space. And it is. But this is my stream, so I don't feel weird bringing it up. Nix, you know Brandon Sanderson's a piece of shit, right? Everybody's aware that Brandon Sanderson's a big piece of shit. Wait, why? He's a huge Mormon supporter. He loves the Mormon church. He loves the Mormon church. Because he's Mormon? It's not explicitly because he's Mormon. It's because he has multiple times stated his trust and support of the leadership of the Mormon church. Like, you could be not Mormon and say that. Do you know what I mean? I also think it's very, what's the, I want to say a smart word here instead of two-faced. I think it's very disingenuous of him, actively disingenuous of him to, raise a bunch of money for queer charities, but then talk about how much he loves the Mormon church and how much money he gives the Mormon church, when they are so actively anti LGBTQ anything. Like, I think doing both things very publicly and like clearly is really shitty. I need a real healer. I need someone who's immune. I need someone to be, I need 2 people to be immune to burn. Oh boy. Okay, we can do this. Hang on. We got powers. We can do this. As someone who's known quite a few queer Catholics, that intersection can be complicated and a place of lived tensions for a lot of folks. Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. I also don't think it's complicated at all in this specific instance. I don't think it's complicated at all in this specific example. Can it be complicated? Yes, 100%. 100%, I agree that it can be. Is it in this instance? Not at all. I do not believe so. I think in a way that it would be very easy for him to do would be to say, in my support of LGBTQ people and rights and their right to live happily, I disavow the views of the Mormon Church. I think it would be very, 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 very easy for him as a white, cis, successful man to say that. There are people who are far less successful and far less vulnerable than him who have said that. I think it would be a fantastic use of his incredible amount of privilege to say, I do not agree or align myself with the actions of the current leadership of the Mormon Church. But he hasn't. He's done the exact opposite. He's done 100% the exact opposite. And this is me. I also think he, in part, donates that money to charities, because he understands marketing. I think he knows that it looks good if you donate if you do charity things. In the same way, Patrick Rothfuss knows it's a good thing. It looks good if you do charity things. Was wholly unaware. This reinforces my belief. Only U.S.-centric organized religion seems to be okay as Episcopal. The whole listen to Jesus' teaching first, include love of everyone equally seems okay. Why do people include hate in their religion? I mean, my answer is that a lot of organized religion, and I say this as a person who's been against organized religion for a very long time, is not based around, you know, the teachings of do better, take care of one another, build community, you know, lift those up from the bottom in so many words, but are instead based around the rewards and benefits of leading a pious life. And It's why you see so many, like church scams, because so many of them seem to only be interested in preaching a version of religion that is focused on reward, right? You have to tell everybody about Jesus so you can get into heaven, right? Not you need to help people to get into heaven, not you need to better your community to get into heaven. Which, you know, I think is a incredibly important distinction. I think it is an incredibly important distinction. And I think, you know, I think you just have to look at the last few years, and by last few years, I mean like the last 3 decades of organized religion in America, to go, yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. And before we get too deep into it, are there exceptions? Yes, absolutely. There are always exceptions. There are always exceptions. I think the problem becomes when, as it's very easy to see, the exceptions incredibly outweigh, I don't know, the examples, I guess is the word. That's certainly a system within organized religion, but it's a fairly limited read. Unsurprisingly, belief systems that contain literally millions of people are not quite that monolithic. Sure, but I'm not talking about the entire concept. I guess I'm not talking about the entire concept of religion. I am talking about the Christian church in America. Like, I don't like organized religion as a concept, which is a me thing. Separate from that, you know, it would be silly to deny the negative effects that the American Christian church has had in America specifically, and also abroad. You know, I'm fully aware that there are churches and religions in America that aren't doing this, right? I wholly believe and support that. It's also very hard to find that as anything other than an incredibly large exception to the Joel Osteen mega churches of it all. especially when the US government is in league with so much of it all. I could get in here and heal people. That's a good idea. I think churches paying taxes is more complicated than whether they should or they shouldn't. I think the way that Christian churches in America operate right now, they should pay taxes insofar as they should be forced to pay out of their incredible wealth into the social programs that they should support in the first place. Why do you so quickly? Okay. I don't know how you so quickly cost that much AP, but not claiming the church doesn't have a big bucket of failings. We need to look directly and not tiptoe. It's also more complicated than organized forms that are about power. I do think you can at this point broadly say that about evangelicalism. Yes. Well, and like I said, I recognize the disconnect between the way I feel about organized religion as a concept and the truth about organized religion in America. You know what I mean? Those are two separate things. Unrelated. Oh no, the Steam frame is now in SteamDB. Price in announcement likely coming soon. Oh no, is in my wallet. That's fair. I told somebody the other day, because they were looking at getting a new graphics card. Lyrics, hello. And I was like, maybe wait for the Steam frame and see what it is. You know, maybe give it a second. I'll say the vast majority of churches aren't functioning at Joel Osteen wealth level. Most churches you drive by are running on a shoestring budget. Oh, for sure. But the fact that we allow those to exist in totality is an incredible failing. I'm interested to see what it costs. I'm even more interested, even if I'm more interested in the Steam frame. I'm very interested in the Steam frame as an idea. I'm gonna die from the burn, aren't I? Yeah, with not. I'm very interested in the Steam frame because I'm curious what consumer level VR looks like in that way. You know, that doesn't have meta slapped on it. So I'm excited for that to exist, but then also I think the Steam machine is going to do some cool shit. There are many things churches on shoestring budgets could do for free. They choose not to. It aligns them more to Joel Osteen than not. Yeah, there are absolutely things that are true about the church that I won't know because as I'm not a person in it, but also, yeah. Jalen, you ain't graduate yet. If the end of this game doesn't end with a graduation, I'm gonna be disappointed now that you say that. Do you know what I mean? It's in my head now. It's in my head that needs to be what it is. I think it's part of progressive tax policy that taxes the rich. There could be something like exemptions to the tax exemption to churches pulling in those wild amounts. Yeah, I think truly the problem with it is churches don't pay taxes as a whole blanket statement. That is the problem. Oh, you gotta move out of there. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Jalen, how are you, my friend? I grew up as a person in the church, like my grandpa's father and his brother, all deacons and pastors. My entire extended family left our church after they refused to let us hold a service for my aunt who died. They're a mega church now. Yeah. I think even in a lot of the ways that there are, you know, it's the same thing, right? There are grades of corruption and failure and I don't know another word in all of these systems, and it's, you know, are there some that are better than others? Yeah, sure, you know. Chilling before I go tour this apartment. Are you getting it? Jalen, you getting a new apartment? Jan, do I have to come help you move? We getting pizza? There's many churches that do a lot for their communities, not necessarily to take critiques away from churches or Christianity that have, oh yeah. Well, and I think lyrics brings up a really good point, is that there are a lot of ways that even the smaller churches that aren't mega churches align themselves with the thinking that permits a mega church, but there are a lot of tiny churches that are taking care of the, you know, incredibly small amount of people there that, you know, are doing good. There are churches that do community work, but Matt said, yeah, like it's a spectrum like any system. Big convo about churches, evangelicalism, and capitalism in the US, right? And I think that's also part of the problem, right? Is the ways that it's impossible to live in America and not be like absolutely intertwined with the existence of capitalism, and the ways that ruins things, even in ways that are imperceptible to a lot of people, that like you really have to examine and understand and like contend with, you know, things that seem normal and everyday to us as Americans, because we are steeped in capitalism from day one, you start to be able, you know, once you can examine that there is something different, you can recognize like, oh, this is bad actually. Someone who grew up in evangelicalism, was closeted there for a long time, but also who'd been in protest crowds with pastors, as mutuals with the pastor that I shot in Chicago. The question is, what is a church is as complicated as what is social? Right, what is the church is very, yeah. I get that. Moving in April. I don't know how much time my buddy Nate's gonna help me. I got you. Listen, I'm not that far, you know? I'm not that far. Katie's got auto feeders. This is not going well. Gang, this is not going well. Those squares are where the shards are gonna land. So I need to But as someone who did a history MA focused on church stuff, there's a pretty direct story of how capitalism infiltrated the American church. For a while, the default assumption was your after pastor would be a pro-union rabble-rouser. How far we've fallen. I think, are flame units immune to burn? I think so. So, really what I need is Primrose. Primrose needs to be immune to burn. The players say, game Matt, are flame units immune to burn? Okay. So now, fire heal. Okay. And then Ocean should get healing defense. All right. I feel like flame units are immune to burn in the way that those cops were immune to it, which is a funny sentence to say. Okay, hang on. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh, and the ones on my mind when I made that statement, imperialism and colonialism. Okay, so now I need to heal. There we go. Get rid of this guy. Boop. 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 Oh, hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay, you're immune to fire. So the big trick is I have to not end up in fire. Okay. There's a super concerted effort by a lot of business magnates to amass convert back during the businessman prayer revival. By hooking themselves into the church with their money allowed them to start shaping the face of the church to be more pro-business. Yeah, that sounds about right. Anytime I learn anything about business, where it's like, why did this change? It's like, oh, there was a way for people to earn a bunch of money, and so they did that. And it's fucking wild, let me tell you. What were we just talking about? Was it Creamy? Was it you that was talking about something? We were talking about malls. We were talking about malls. Okay, you need to warp your ass out of here, and then I need to heal you. Yeah, malls is tax loopholes, that's it. I was like, we were just talking about this. Nice. Matt knows what squint do. Fucking squintcat.jpg, like. Which, of course that's why malls popped up across America immediately, and then within like 15 years, completely fell apart. Somewhat related, one of the local malls that shut down here is being looked into, some sort of housing complex. I don't know how that would work. I'm interested to see how it ends up. I saw a video about that not that long ago. It's interesting. Also, kind of terrible. It is a really interesting idea, but in the way that like I was watching, they were doing an interview, right? It was like a news, like a local news, like, oh, you know, Steamtown Mall being turned into and it's like, they had an interview with a lady who lived there, and I was like, oh, this actually sounds like hell. This actually sounds like hell. This sounds like this sounds like the type of special hell you get when you live in capitalism. Both the malls are still open. Neither of them would be my first choice for shopping. We've got a pretty nice mall. It's closer to the original concept of a mall, which was designed as being a micro community that would function as mixed use. I think honestly that's the problem, is they need to tear down actual malls and like rebuild them with this new concept. Oh, that's fun. There's laws preventing mixed-use structures like fire codes. Yeah, and you just build it in such a way that that's not a concern. Like you can, like fire codes are not made to be broken, but are made so that buildings are built a certain way, and that's why you build them in a certain way. I remember seeing a video about a historical mall being converted into one-room micro studio apartments. Sounds like it wouldn't be quite like that and more like one-room apartments. It's zoning laws that are actually the kicker. Yeah, which the zoning laws control a lot of other things, like how close you can build something like trash disposal to a housing complex, and you know, the sort of thing that you're like, oh no, actually I would prefer it if there wasn't a data center built near the preschool. Like fire codes are just like, you build the building in a particular way and you're fine. Zoning laws is why we don't have mixed use places. I'm sure there's a big history in Melissa's push, but I don't know any off. Yeah. I'm sure zoning laws are in the way, like we were talking about, in the way that I believe most things in America are designed to ruin Black and poor communities. I'm sure they were devised as a good idea and then ruined by business and racists, which is to say the same guy. I say they're kind of generally good in theory. Sometimes in practice, when a city does a thing and you realize, oh, this sucks. What's Matt saying? Hey, everyone, look up the guy who was the lead for the U.S. interstate system when you get the time. Oh, no. Jalen, is that why every time they want to build a new highway, it feels like they intentionally build it through a Black neighborhood? Like, it feels like they say, here are some Black people living somewhere. Fuck them. You got it in one, you win a prize. Oh, no, I don't want this prize. He did it on purpose and it was an active thought as he was designing it. I hate that it's not a surprise anymore. You know what I mean? I hate that it's not a surprise anymore. I hate that it's like, oh, yeah, he probably did that actively and intentionally, huh? I'm sure there are some times when someone went oops and it ended up that way, but there's so many more occasions where the guy was just like, I almost did a voice and said a thing that I don't want to have said, so I'm glad I caught myself. Okay, I can hit you. Me Black, don't know the last time I've been surprised. That's fair. That's fair. Folks talk a lot about the bombing of Black Wall Street. What they don't mention is community completely built back up afterwards. What actually killed it was putting a highway right over it. Yeah, that would oh, come on, I was doing so well. Oh. The second you get packed up, don't count me to be in your corner. Listen, I said I didn't say it. I recognized it and didn't do it. Don't get mad at me. Just want to put the reminder out there. Something happens and somehow immediately Jalen's like Twitch history is just gone. All of our Discord history is gone. Just like I've never seen that white guy in my life. Never heard of him. Jalen's like, everybody knows I don't commiserate with white people. It's never. Got no time for him. All right, we did it. I'm hopping in Fonz chat. You want to see this clip? No, it's worse. It's worse. It's worse. You'll actively burn me down. But you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I deserve it. The me now supports the you then. I'll finally get my Kotaku article. The end is still coming. We've been busy. We've been very busy. Something terrible is coming. Something you cannot stop. Are we talking about macketing locks again? I mean, no, I don't even want to say no, but yes, but no. Oh. Oh, this guy rules. They're dead just like that? Master Lucigenia, you did it. Grand, delightful. So now he's gonna be bad. Did you hate Ibis too? Don't know Ibis, but no longer bored. Was so boring for centuries, 2,000 years keeping the seal. Now it breaks, shatters everywhere. So nice to put it back together. Well, that's a relief. So if it falls apart again, we put it back together, like old times. Great, thank you so much. I hate to ask, but... Can you fix this guy? Can you put him back together? He is together, nothing for me to do. I don't mean that in a Matt had locks before way. I mean in a we had a convo about Matt getting locks. I can't fully remember why. We had a convo about how in the ways that you sometimes have the intrusive, you let the intrusive thoughts win. I said out loud, it would be funny in a bad way if I showed up to stream one day and had locks. And I said specifically that it would be funny in a bad way. I want to be clear that this was not a conversation that was in earnest. That's all I just want to make sure. Make sure that's clear. I wouldn't be shocked, but boy, that went for my memory banks. Yes, Jalen, you were there. This was part of this conversation. This was that conversation. The conversation you're referring to with you and Helix was that conversation. Yeah, that was how it began. It quickly went off the side. But if you're showing up like that, it better be meaning you braided bike locks into your hair. I just remember us being like, Matt's chat is super black. Everybody got mad at me immediately. And I was like, no, that's the point. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it would be bad. It would be stupid. That's what I'm saying. There's gotta be some way. Newt, can you think of anything? I really don't know. Like when you tried to save the possessed student a few weeks ago, you tried to recall their soul or something, but it failed. I don't think I can do it. What if you didn't call the soul, but tried to calm the blood? Bring as many facets together. Huh. My family knows a relaxation ritual, but I've never seen it do anything real before. It's a total placebo. I also just watched a Pillboy video essay that touched on some of that. Great timing. Why do people have such silly names? Why do people have such silly names? Let's try. I'll help. Yeah, me too. I helped with the door. Maybe I can help with this. Oh, well, okay. Maybe you put a bit of yourselves into it. We can make it something real. Follow my lead. We'll see what happens. Make sure you believe in it. We all have to believe this will work. Yeah, spirit energy time. I like this like 1,000-year-old demon just chilling, just like, yeah, it's something to do. Destin? Oh, hey guys, what's up? Whoa, this house is huge. Faye, is this your house? No, it's not, but forget that. Are you okay? Why wouldn't I be? In fact, I kind of feel better than ever. Like I could punch through a wall? I won't though, this place is too nice. You did it, Newt. Ocean, Punji, thank you. Wait, what'd they do? Holy crap, this place looks like it'd be full of zombie dogs. Second reference, love it. See, this is why we need you here. Good to have you back, buddy. Weekend! Nothing bad ever happens on the weekend. Oh, thank God. Oh, nothing bad ever happens on the weekend. You know what that means. You know what that means. Matt already forgetting what happened last weekend. Nothing happened last weekend. Nothing bad's ever happened on the weekend. You know what that means. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going for a perfect. Let's see if we can do it. Whoop. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. 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 I tried. Ah! Ah! Oh God. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Get my speed back. Get my speed back. All right. The beats. Oh, I crashed so bad the game was like, nah, restart. That was really funny. Oh no! Okay. Helix! Oh God. Oh God. All right. It's done. The work is done. From Chespin to Ysbyrd, I got all the shinies. Hell yeah! I feel like this minigame may be bringing you more joy than the base game. Yeah, I think so. Always a black animator and leftist video essayist who does great work. Absolutely recommend. Hell yeah. Helix, hello. Oh. I can't skip these credits. That's very funny. All right. Helix, hello. Congrats. Congrats, my friend. How the heck are you? It's got Spupa. I have 40 minutes left on the donut. 40 minutes left on the donut is very funny. I gotta remember. I'm bothering Fawn about doing Dynamax adventures so that we can get Ysbyrd. Excuse me. All right. All right. Pongji has a quest. Hyperspace has the garden pattern. Oh, that's interesting. Here lies Tomothy. His mom named him after the cat. Yeah, I'm bummed I didn't keep the Spupa from the playthrough. Poor Doug thought he was alone again this morning. Began singing the song of his people. When to see him and he remains excited and stoked to realize I was actually home. Oh, poor Doug. Poor Doug. We gotta name this dog quick. Like quick, because otherwise Mercy will do it. Pongju's just telling me Mercy's already named almost every animal on the island, but not this dog. Apparently its true nature eludes her. We should train it to shoot fire. Dogs can't do that. Not without training. What names have we come up with? Rascal, Hero, Mochi. I think for a dog that's just like around, Rascal's pretty good. Because this isn't like our dog. You know? Yeah. Rascal, when it comes to dog names, you gotta go with the classics. This dog is so dutiful though. It always hangs out in the same places around town. So not a Rascal for you. And more of an old faithful, like a Hachiko or something. Maybe Rascal could play against type. I could maybe see that. Doug starts howling in mourning for his people who've left never to return. Me, Doug, you okay? Doug starts showing so much joy you could be Frodo at the end of Return of the King. I love the idea of him just being like, oh! So funny. Hang on. Helix. I see. Trixie. Oh, why don't you still have those? I would get those. Task, name a dog after something other than Japanese food. It's pretty good though. Jalen, I forgot to share this with you. Oh, come on, you gotta restock. Please. Did you, I didn't, did you see that AI generated Digimon World cover that I was yelling about? Yeah, let's do Mochi. It's gotta be Mochi. But everyone chooses food names for dogs. That's why it's good. She'll blend in like an assassin. I don't know about that. Fine then, Tofu. You're basic, Pongji. I'm not. You're pretty basic. My vote is Hero. All dogs have heroic hearts. That's true, but kind of a goofy name for a dog, isn't it? I'm not sure about the sound. Ah, but she likes it, don't you, Hero? I can't really tell what she thinks. We should call her Firestarter. Is that because she'll be shooting flames in no time? Good luck with that. And because she's twisted. Aren't you, buddy? Twisted right off. I don't think she's particularly twisted. You know, I'm not sure about any of these. What about something like Blaster? No. Or like Laser Beam? Nah. Broadsword. Broadsword's a hilarious name for a dog. I like it. No, that's stupid. Naming dogs is hard. I was like, Mercy's gonna roll up and just be like, Donut! What are you doing? Oh, we were just naming the dog. Oh, she already has a name. Come on, Cricket. Cricket's a good name. Bested again. Can't argue with talent. Where'd she take Mochi? No, my fires! It's a good quest. Oh my god, I finally get the fucking Destin quest. It's been 87 years. Destin, what are you doing here? Before we get to that, I feel bad about almost killing you guys, even though I don't remember it. It's fine, it really wasn't your fault. I was thinking maybe my demon blood is why I'm always so angry about stuff, even as a kid. So I came out here to look for another snake. Oh, I see. And I found one right here. Oh, there he is. It's cute, right? Yeah. I realize he's just a tiny fella, like I used to be. Now that my blood is all merged, I don't get as hot under the collar as I used to. It's nice. And I can even look at a snake without freaking out. Glad to have you back, buddy. You're really important to the team and to me. Thanks, Faye. Blast Fist? That sounds rad. You've helped me figure out a lot of things out. Do you want a kiss? I don't like snakes that much, but I guess I'll try anything. Is it with the snake? Yes! Yes! That was worth it. Absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Everything that I went through. Absolutely worth it. I guess that was kind of fun. Really? Yeah, what? Never mind, that was probably the best choice anyway. Thanks for being my friend, Faye. Same to you. You've always got my back. Always will. God. Everything. Everything was worth it. Oh, Night of the Living Dead. Classic. Dennis. You there, what day is it? It's the weekend. You don't gotta know what day it is when it's the weekend. It is true, you've passed my test. You may serve the great Dennis till the end of your days. Wow, what a privilege. I'm glad you recognize this. Thanks for some money, guy. Ability to push otherwise unpushable standard enemies. Oh, well, that's fun. Rule breakers are always fun. You gotta help me. Did you lose your sheep again? Well, yes. Starting to think you shouldn't be the one taking care of the sheep. No, I'm good at all the other parts. I just like to let them stretch their legs a bit. Then you find them. But my back. Let's help the poor soul of Faye. You know you're just gonna do it anyway. Ah, fine, let's find some sheep. Do you think you'll finish this today? Maybe? Hey, wait a minute. Why is there a cultist over here by the kids? Hey, hey. Hey, wait a minute.
The sheep really like to come here, huh? I wager the grass has a bit of salt content from its proximity to the sea. Oh yeah, animals like salt, don't they? Dang, now I want some chips. All right. See if he messes with the bug race at all. Ah, boo! Do 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 do. The bug race music is really solid. I have so much money and we ran out of things to buy. Come on. Yeah, I'm really hoping we'll finish this today. I love finishing a game on a Friday. And I've really been enjoying this game, but like I said, I am ready for it to be done. Excuse me, ladies. Is Skies of Arcadia next? No. Next is we're gonna finish Verho. I like the Texas still refer to them as Primrose? Question mark. It would be appropriate to call Primrose them because they're literally a fusion of multiple demons. So. But yeah, next is finishing Verho, and then at least a little bit more Angeline era because that game was good as hell. Mortal is now available to study. Excuse me? Revive with 1 HP once per battle. Well, that's fun. Oh. We got like 3 new things. Demon Crown. Normally negative effects confer benefits, but ally supplied buffs do not apply. That sounds cool. So, Could allies apply poison fire? Fire, yes, because I know I could add fire attack to somebody and then also Demon Crown.
Heki Almo.
And then they would get whatever the benefit from being on fire is. Ionic, hello. Ionic, hello. Ionic, how are ya? Faye, let's do something fun. Here we go. No, we want to do something you think is fun. Well, now that is a surprise. Yeah, we officially request your presence on a date. All right, I'll bite. Something fun, huh? Let's go to the sewer. Okay, good. Here we go. To the sewer. Doing good, a bit tired. Grabbing another coffee. How's everybody? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. This is the kind of thing you're into? Interesting. No, actually, I think it's super gross here. I figured you'd give up and wouldn't come. I've got big regrets. This smells terrible. It does, absolutely. We can smell more things than you can imagine. Sounds like you're serious about this then. Yes, your importance dawned on us over time. We felt worse than expected when you went to prison. We badly misread the Dean's intentions. We got used. We were accustomed to things being the other way around. It's not a good thing to be accustomed to. I worked till midnight last night and we'll be doing that again today. Boo! You were the only one who will ever say that sort of thing to us. Everyone else does whatever we say. Right, because of your money. Yeah, we've learned to value your boldness. Well, thanks, Primrose. We got lonely when all of you were gone. Then even more when we were in the void. But lonely for you especially, a strange feeling. Did it change after you fused with a demon? It got more intense. We're two beings at once now, with two minds that run in 3 directions simultaneously. It's hard to express ourselves now. But you seem to want to try to understand us. That helps us understand ourselves. That's a nice way of putting it. Hunger is now available to study. What is that? Well, you've done a lot better at talking to me like a person, and I do like those abs. Maybe this could work. I do like those abs. Yeah, listen, you gotta risk it for the biscuit. So I just touch this part right here? Yes, that's what we've been saying this whole time. Oh. Oh. Okay, Primrose. Woo. Woo. We have additional surprises in store for you as well. Well, that'd be fun to investigate.
For some reason.
There's one condition, though. No more jokes about poverty. Our whole repertoire. Good to have you back, Primrose. Everybody loves me. Max all relationships. Hey. I'm the most popular girl in school. Eat grunts for +1 HP. Congrats on the polycule. Yeah, it's like half of this. Yeah, listen. You're all demon hunter bloodline, like people who are fighting the apocalypse. Yep, but who fucking cares? Are you still missing a skill? I don't know. Great question. Or I guess harem if they're just with Faye and not with each other. Hank and Pangji are dating. And I think Ocean and Kestrel are in a situationship. I don't know why I did this. Oh, because I was coming for the sheep. And Destin kissed that snake. Very true. That snake's not part of it. That snake is a separate. In the big complicated wheel and spoke, that snake is a spoke. No one else is dating that snake. Why am I even here? You two can just go find the sheep. We can't do it without your leadership, Faye. You just like making me do errands. You're having fun? Aren't you? Maybe a little. Oh, Ionic. Ionic, I have good news and bad news. Safe and sound, thanks so much. Looking forward to seeing where they go next week. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I got them pinned up proper. I hope this is gonna be a regular thing. What? Why? Hey, sheep are cute, big stinky fluff balls. I concur. Now about the cheese. Oh, the cheese festival isn't for months. I'm just trying to get ahead of the curve. Curses. Well, I guess this is it. Keep an eye on these ovines, will ya? Absolutely, you've been great help. Here's something I found in the manure pile. Gross. Oh no, what's up? They announced a new special Digimon set that you gotta buy. Oh yeah, gotta be. I gotta be getting closer. I chose totally random impossible stuff. Hey Matt, how are your Digivices and Tamagotchi? I think my Tamagotchi's still asleep. Oh, no, he's awake. And I haven't messed with my Digivice in a while, so... Okay, he's fine, he's chilling. He's chilling. Cool for my collection, bad for my wallet, got it. They're actually pretty affordable considering, but you do have to order 2 of them. I guess next week is my last shot. Well, I'm gonna save scum that, obviously.
Hey, did you just take his wallet? He just took that guy's wallet.
The quiz seems a bit silly given everything that's going on, especially now that I remember things. It's nice to have some normalcy. I guess we are technically still in school. I suppose you are, but given the situation, I'd like to be at least a little useful. So this week's theme is the demon world. Let's brush up on what we know. Thanks, no guarantee I'll do any better at this though. Question 1, when did the human and demon worlds split? They're just on a break is very funny. Great. I don't think they like split, they're just on a break. I suppose that's actually true. Oh, I was making a joke, but they are merging again, so, Question 2, what is a Keel's Beast? Oh, right, it's the, yeah. It's the fluffy animal over there that bumps into things, right? Right, you're learning. Correct. I'm supposed to give the answers here, Kestrel. Whoops. Question 3, why do demons steal human memories? To vape them. They vape them, pretty gross in my opinion. That's right, they seem to favor memories in which they themselves feature, or at least other demons. Okay, last question. What was Masterson's real name? Stoat! I guess it was Stoat. Wait, do all humans from the demon world have animal names? Not sure what you mean, I don't. Neither do I. Okay, yeah, Fosa is a... Okay. Faye, you're correct. As for the others, I'm not sure what to say. Okay. Another successful quiz, students. If there's anything else I can do, please let me know. Just being our teacher is enough for now. We're glad to have you back, for the most part. Thanks, I think. Pass the quiz. Pass the quiz. Yeah, Fosa's are, I Googled it real quick. I was like, let me look at this. Got a second Spupa, evolved it into garden pattern Vivillon. Hell yeah, look at you. All right, Ionic, I put the link in the Discord. Ibis No More, finish week 2. Oh, why is finish week 2 a rare achievement? Oh no! Oh, finish week 4 is a rare achievement. Oh no. Oh, guys, you gotta finish video games, please. Cool, I can play Animal Crossing now. The update's next week, right? Let's see if there's anything in the store. No. Don't know how I'm missing a skill. I'm very curious. But we will investigate that when I get back from break. So I'm gonna take my break. I'm gonna go re-up my tea, have my snack, check out Aaron, all that good stuff. If you haven't recently, make sure you get up, move around, stretch your wrists, stretch your shoulders, stretch your neck, stretch your back, stretch your legs, all that stuff. Drink some water, have a snack, have a meal if you haven't yet. Today, when I get back, we'll do Game Duel and we will return to the final week of Demon School. See if we can polish it up here at the end. We might go a little long. We'll see. But I will see everybody back here just a little bit.